All right, let's dive into one of the most beautiful and, honestly, most powerful acts in all of Islam, caring for an orphan. We're going to explore how this is a path that completely transforms not only a child's life, but our own hearts too.
But first, let me ask you something. With everything going on in the world, all the noise and distractions, have you ever felt your heart get a little hard? A little distant? What do you think is the real cure for that feeling? Well, Islam gives us this incredibly profound answer. It points to a path that isn't just about helping someone else out, it's actually designed to heal us, the givers. It softens our hearts and brings us so much closer to our faith. And that path, it begins with what you could call a divine invitation. And believe me, it comes with the greatest promise you can possibly imagine. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said something that just stops you in your tracks. He said, "I and the person who supports and takes in an orphan are like this." And as he said it, he held up two of his fingers to show everyone exactly what he meant. In paradise, just let that sink in for a second. The reward for this one act is one of the highest promises possible, a guaranteed place in paradise. And the detail he gave is just breathtaking. He specified the closeness, showing his index and middle finger held right next to each other. So this promise isn't just about getting into paradise. It's about your proximity to the Prophet himself. What an unbelievable honor. So, okay, that's an incredible promise. But how does Islam actually guide us to do this? Well, it's through a really unique and thoughtful system called kafala, and it's all about preserving dignity. Kafala basically means sponsorship. Think of it as a form of fosterage, where a child gets all the love, all the support, and all the care of a family, but with one absolutely crucial element that protects their unique identity. To really get what makes kafala so special, it helps to see it next to the system that many of us are more familiar with, Western adoption. So if you look at this, the biggest difference right away is lineage, or nasab in Arabic. Under kafala, a child always keeps their biological father's name. This is so important because it shows Islam's deep focus on protecting a child's roots, their history, and their right to their own identity, even while they're being completely loved and cared for by a guardian family. Now, let's bring this all the way back to that first question we asked. Remember, the cure for a hard heart? This is where it all comes full circle, because this act of caring, it is definitely not a one-way street. The Prophet gave us the exact prescription. He said, if you want to soften your heart, pat the head of the orphan. It's such a simple, physical act of kindness, but it has this incredibly deep spiritual effect on us. And here's the crucial takeaway. The guardian isn't just providing for a child. In a very real way, the child is providing a spiritual cure for the guardian. This beautiful relationship helps heal our hearts from things like arrogance or getting way too attached to worldly stuff. It's truly mutual healing. Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But the big question is, how can we, in our busy modern lives, bring this circle of mercy into our own families and our own homes? You know, it's actually way more accessible than you might think. Let's break it down into 3 simple ways that any family can answer this beautiful call to action. First, support your local community. Look for the organizations that are already on the ground doing this amazing work and just ask how you can help. Second, and this is something everyone can do, practice daily kindness. You don't have to formally take a child in to live the spirit of this teaching. Small, consistent acts of compassion go such a long way. And third, sponsor an orphan. Your financial support can give a child everything they need, education, food, and a real chance at a bright future. So, we end right where we began, with an invitation to heal your own heart, to protect the most vulnerable among us, and to earn the company of the Prophet in paradise. The only question left is, how will you answer it?